in the Indian markets. How big a concern is that? Do you really think that, many say that much of it is because of the growth worries in China. Do you think the inherent weakness in the Chinese economy is here to stay?
See, I have been saying in the past also that the markets take so many factors into account that it is impossible to say which factor is responsible. What can be said with certainty is that no single factor is responsible. So it's very difficult to, say whether this is a reaction to Chinese or not. If at all, it will be one of the several factors that the market takes into consideration.
So the concerns regarding the real rate of growth in China is something that everybody is worried about. With the Chinese economy slowing down, how big do you think will be the impact on the Indian markets or the Indian economy?
Well, China is a significant player today in world economy, and a slowdown there does have implications for us, both in terms of our trade with them and in terms of them having surplus capacities which they can start selling cheap in the international market. So it does have implications, and these implications would have to be studied what they exactly are. But a slowdown in China is such a major economy in the world now that any slowdown there would certainly impact other countries.
So a slowdown in China coupled with a Fed rate hike that we could possibly see, do you think the volatility is here to stay?
No, I don't know what volatility you're talking about. Because
so the volatility for global markets?
Basically, what we have been saying in the past still holds true, that our macroeconomic factors are so much in control. Inflation is in control. Current account deficit is around 1%. There's good IIP growth figures coming recently. So I don't think that India has too much to worry about. So there would be ups and downs, of course, if there are changes in the global trading patterns. But I think we are, India is going to be one economy, as everybody is saying it, IMF is saying it, everybody is saying it, that India will be the one economy which will hold out and do well related to other economies.
So, you're saying that Indian macros are much better. Inflation, we've really been able to deal with inflation, but growth still continues to be a concern. Do you think going forward, it is very important for us to go ahead, it is very important for the RBI to go ahead and reduce rates?
No, I have always said that I don't comment on the monetary policy actions of the RBI. So that is for RBI to judge in its wisdom. I have no comments to make on that.
So let me talk about the MAT report, sir, because all the investors were awaiting the MAT report. We're given to understand from our sources is that the AP Shah committee has recommended giving relief to investors. How big do you think will that be in terms of the sentiment in the market?
See, I haven't seen the report. The Revenue Department deals with it, so my colleague is best placed to answer this question. But I must say that a report is only a report. It's a recommendation, and government has to either accept it or reject it or modify it.
The government is considering it, sir.
The government will consider all reports submitted to it. So really, what the outcome will be is it will only be known once it's examined on file. And I think, as I said, the best person to comment on this will be the Revenue Secretary.
So, as far as PNotes are concerned, that is also something that had spooked the investors. Where are the consultations between SEBI and RBI on the important contentious issue of PNotes?
It's a long question to answer because PNotes have a history, PNotes have seen changes, and there has been in the past worries about beneficial control through PNotes. Now the system that exists today, it's almost impossible to have beneficial control through PNotes. So I think it is, discussions with RBI, SEBI are always ongoing, will always be ongoing, and in my own opinion, the system that as it exists today isn't much of a cause for worry or does not require much change, in my opinion.
So, since I was talking about global markets, the weakness in China is exposed. How worried are you on where the world will land now?
No, I'm not worried that India will do well. Thank you.
So, just two to three more questions that I have. Do you think domestic cues like political logjam are worrying the markets?
I said this earlier that people have actually got Nobel prizes on working on the factors that affect the market, and not once, several times Nobel prizes have been given on this work, outstanding academic work, and even those people have been unable to predict the market. So basically, it's impossible to say what factors go into the mood of the stock market, and all relevant factors, I'm sure, the market takes into account.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.